Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 NezReacts Awards. But before we begin, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Trail's Realm. Make sure you go check him out. He's a good friend of mine. What he does on his channel is, for mostly, it's Nintendo Switch stuff, but he does everything that you need, whether it's tips on what to do, demos, old retro games, reviews on games, just so you can save your money if it's not a good game, just to do everything. And it's actually a really good channel to do. So shout out to him. If you need any helps or any tips or anything, make sure you go check him out because he does some great content and he works really hard on it. And I think he deserves a shout out. So if you do go check it out, make sure you go tell him that NezReacts sent you. I think he would gladly appreciate it, and I would too. And also, before we begin, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor of today's video, SeatGeek. This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you don't know what SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They out a 0 to 10 score on each ticket to know whether you're getting a good or a bad deal. The green bubble means good, the yellow button means fair, and obviously the red equals bad. Now you're probably wondering, why am I telling you all this? Well, it's because once you download the SeatGeek app for the first time, you get $20 off your first purchase. If you're watching this on Instagram, the link to the app will be in my bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to the app will be in the description below. Now I'm going to show you how the app works. Once you're in the SeatGeek app, it'll automatically show you all the upcoming events that's going on near you. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in my place, like Drake and 21 Savage. But for me, I'm trying to go to AEW Collision soon. Now, as you can see, all the green bubbles show great prices for you, and that's fitting and the less expensive prices. As you can see, most of them are pretty cheap. And you go down and then you see the red. And as you can see, the red is $1,600. Nobody wants to pay that much. So once you get your tickets, you can also look at this as the listings and make it easier for you. Click on the one that you want. It'll show you all the details and how you can refund if you don't want them. After that, you click continue. It'll show you everything from there, shows you the event, shows you all the detail, once again, how many tickets. Then you click on have code and put in code NEZ. So once again, when you download the app, you can use code NEZ to get $20 off your first purchase. And thank you so much for SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. The first award of the night is Breakout Star of the Year, the wrestler that showed up this year and had an amazing run in 2023. No matter at one point in 2023, that's what happened. Here are the nominees: LA Knight, Dominic Mysterio, Maxine Dupree, out of all people, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Swerve Strickland. And the winner of Breakout Star of the Year is Swerve Strickland. Now, I was going to put LA Knight because he did get super over, but let's be honest, we finally got eyes on Swerve. I was a huge Swerve fan in NXT, and I'm glad he's finally getting the recognition of how good of a wrestler he is and the push that he's getting. He deserves to be a main eventer. We all know how good he is, so he definitely won Breakout Star of the Year in my opinion. He will be a world champion someday, and this is why I think he won the award. The next one is for the worst return of the year, and the nominees are Nia Jax and good old Charlotte Flair. And the winner of the worst return of the year, it is a tie, and both women win. Congrats, guys. You guys are the worst returns of the year. 2 years in a row, Charlotte got the worst of the awards. Good job, Charlotte. You're amazing. And the next award is Gimmick of the Year. Who had the best gimmick? Here are the nominees: Dirty Dom, Timeless Tony Storm, Father of the Year Christian Cage. And the winner, Gimmick of the Year, obviously goes to the Father of the Year, Christian Cage. We all love him. He's our father. He's the best father figure out here. He's proven it day in and day out. All honesty, Christian has been putting on the best work of his career. He's made the TNT Championship important again, and that's what I love about it. This is one of his best runs in his whole career. Meanwhile, this guy is what, in his 40s? Insane. Here are the nominees for the return of the year. We got CmPunk returning at Collision, CmPunk's return to WWE, Randy Orton's return at Survivor Series, The Rock returns, and John Cena. And the winner of Return of the Year is CmPunk returning to WWE. Now, it was a really tough one because The Rock got a huge pop and there's so many other good returns. But for the sake of the video, we all know that CmPunk has been a very important role in, pro wrestling. And for him to return to WWE, obviously everybody was excited about it. And everybody can't wait to see what he does. Obviously, he's going to be going in a situation with Seth Rollins. But his return to WWE obviously is going to put a lot of eyes to WWE. Of course he is, because he's a huge draw. So I do think the return to WWE was the best one. Tag Team of the Year. Now, I was going to put the nominees down in this one, but there's so many good tag teams. I'm just going to put the winner in FTR. I was going to do Better Than You, Baby, and all these other ones, but this team has been solid throughout all the years. Every year, they're fucking amazing. This year, they proved it. Even though they weren't in no crazy storylines, them as a tag team have been brilliant all year long. That's why they won this award. Faction of the Year. Here are the nominees for the Faction of the Year. The Mogul Embassy, Bullet Club Gold, The Bloodline, and The Judgment Day. And the winner of Faction of the Year goes to none other than The Judgment Day. Now, I did complain in a video earlier this year about how they've been shown on TV too much in every single show. I do think they were forced. However, if I'm going to be honest, the Judgment Day have been carrying as a faction. And, usually I would say it would be the Bloodline, but let's be honest, the Bloodline is pretty dry when Roman is not around. The Judgment Day all year long have been doing amazing stuff, especially with Dom and Rhea, of course. And you got Finn and then Damian Priest and then now, JD McDonough. It's been cool. Next one is Champion of the Year. This one was a crazy one to think about, but here are the nominees. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Rhea Ripley, Gunther, Christian Cage, Io Sky, MJF. And the winner of Champion of the Year goes to none other than the Ring General, Gunther. He has been one of the most dominant champions ever. And I've always been a big fan of Gunther ever since he was Walter, and I'm glad that everybody gets to see how dominant he is. Hopefully he'll be a world champion soon, but we'll see. Pay-per-view of the Year. Here are the nominees. There's a lot. We got AEW All In, WrestleMania 39, Wrestle Dream, AEW Revolution, Backlash Live in Puerto Rico, Full Gear, AEW Forbidden Door, and the winner is WrestleMania 39. I was going to do AEW All In, but I felt like even how historic it was a bit too long. But the night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania 39 was absolutely fun. It was great, pure good wrestling, and I definitely did enjoy. And here we go, Match of the Year. This is a tough one, but here are the nominees. Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny, MJF versus Adam Cole, Roman versus Cody, Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn, the triple threat match for the IC title, Rhea versus Charlotte, the Elimination Chamber match for the US title, very slept on and deserved to be here, Roman versus Sami, MJF versus Jay White, Bryan versus Okada, Kenny versus Ospreay Forbidden Door, Kenny versus Ospreay Wrestle Kingdom, Mercedes versus Kairi Sane, MJF versus Bryan Danielson, Adam Page, Swerve, AJ, Seth, and Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey. And the winner, this is a really tough one, very close, but the winner is MJF versus Bryan Danielson in that 60-minute Iron Man match. Listen, I was going to put Ospreay and Kenny, but I gotta admit, bro, even though that should be Match of the Year, this one definitely, even from at this point, I think it was in February this match happened, I was like, this has to be Match of the Year. This was insane. This proved how great these two are, and we got to see Bryan actually tap. This proved how good it was. Women's Wrestler of the Year. Here are the nominees. Mercedes Moné, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Timeless Toni Storm, Sky Blue, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the winner is Rhea Ripley. We all know it was coming. Mommy has been one of the best things on WWE television all year long. Ever since her joining the Judgment Day and being with Dom, this has been one of the best things for Rhea Ripley. I love what they've been doing with her. She's been dominant all the time, and I hate it when they drag her down for a little bit. But her this year was been phenomenal. Even though she hasn't had big feuds, this whole situation with her and the Judgment Day and Dom has been amazing. Rhea shows how dominant she is and how much she deserves to win this award and how good of a pro wrestler she definitely is. Hopefully we see more of it. I can't wait to see who she faces at Mania. And the final award, Male Wrestler of the Year. And here are the nominees: Kenny Omega, Jay White, Adam Cole Bay, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Will Ospreay, MJF, Gunther, Swerve Strickland. And the winner of Wrestler of the Year goes to MJF. I was going to put Ospreay because Ospreay is arguably the best wrestler in the world, but MJF has been doing amazing work. I've always been a big fan of MJF. His world title run has been very, very entertaining. And with all the stuff, the setbacks that he's had to go through with all the situations and the storylines has been fun. I love the way that he carries the company on his back, and he definitely does it in a fun style and gets the fans into it. He's definitely our scumbag, especially with him and Adam Cole paired together, Better Than You Baby, which that storyline is not done with. Has been such a cool and fun ride. Seeing MJF just prove how good he is by being the heel that we love into a babyface that we love has been fucking amazing. I can't even put words to it. And that is the 2023 NezReacts Awards. Who was your favorite? Do you agree with my award selections? Let me know who your nominees are. Who is your Wrestler of the Year? What is your opinion on this year in wrestling in total? I know there was a lot that left out, and there's a lot that could have been done. I'm going to be at AEW World's End. I was going to make this award show after it because I felt like this could be a match of the year candidate with MJF and Samoa Joe, but I felt like this was the proper time. If I'm wrong and that match is match of the year, you will see it in the community tab and I'll talk about it. Anyways, guys, this has been NezReacts, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys.